In October 22, I had the wonderful opportunity of traveling to Australia together with Emiliano Sampaio and his Mare Trio. We did a few shows, it was fantastic, and on the last festival in Perth, the festival promoter, Mace Francis, great composer, musician, one of the key figures of the Australian scene, had the idea of pairing Sophie and myself for a duo performance. So I had the idea of getting together and have a rehearsal in front. It would be still about 3 weeks before our show in Perth.
We were mainly sharing our musical scores from previous release. For example, he already released a duo recording with his pianist, Michael Abbin, and I also released a duo recording with the guitarist James Sherlock, and that really came out to have a proper repertoire tunes for our duo setup, so that I actually built up my trust within him, so that we actually know what to do within piano and saxophone and flute setup. So we actually didn't need many rehearsals or many meetings, because we knew what to do in the performance.
What struck me most was what she said about improvisation. When she said, when I improvise, I want to be me. I want to be in the current moment, in the absolute current moment, which of course is the idea of a real improvisation. And that I liked. But after that conversation with her, I also checked the net a little bit, and I found out that she was a great composer in her own right. She working a lot for her own ensemble, the Sophie Min Orchestra. Anyway, we put the stuff in the Dropbox, and from then on we started working.
Sometimes it's good to have that spontaneous feeling through it within the recording, so that I actually kind of really enjoyed it, the way of how we organized, rather than recording it 2 or 3 days, so that it extended too much, so it will lose the exciting feeling of improvisation and all the spontaneous ideas through compositions.
I knew that either way we wouldn't have much time for preparation, but probably our first meeting in Brisbane finally gave us the security that we had something special. And I luckily recorded this rehearsal, and after listening back, I proposed of recording this professionally in Perth, and Sophie agreed right away. Lucky me.
Especially I wrote 2 special tunes for this duo group, so that it will have that sort of joyful moment while we were in Perth, and also have this personal story of mine. So yes, it was a bit special. So we ended up record most of my originals, but then I also suggested Heinrich, hey, why would you bring more of your tunes, because I like playing them and I also rehearse them a lot, so let's record them as well.
The session went really smooth. At the end, we had, I think, about 2 tunes left, and I felt like the saxophone, the pieces for saxophone, I thought this doesn't really make sense. So I rearranged one of my tunes and we skipped one of hers. We had enough material anyway. I'm really pleased with it, because I never had done a production with me solely on flute, so this is something special, something exceptional for me. And I have to say, Sophie Min is an exceptional pianist and composer, and the world has to know about her and has to hear her.